I'm here with James Prendamano, the Chief Executive Officer of Pre-Real Investments. James, it's so great to be here with you on your golf course, Turtleback Mountain Golf and Resort, with Turtleback Mountain in the background, which is majestic.
It's beautiful.
How did you pick this place?
We were committed to relocating assets, part of our decentralization thesis, and we looked at a lot of places throughout the country. We wanted to do something where it was impactful, something meaningful, where we can have a greater impact than brick and mortar. So these emerging markets have always kind of been a specialty, things that I connect dots to dashes to lines and see where the trajectory is. But this place had a lot of intangible things that other tertiary markets didn't. We saw massive public investment. We saw a great existing base of people that were looking for growth and change. We saw the #1 state park 2 minutes from our door. We saw hot springs that people come from all over the world to visit. We saw a copper mine on the horizon. We saw a spaceport, and understanding that literally space is the final frontier and it's the now frontier. And this great tourism base. There's 1.5 million to 2 million people a year that visit. So market making is very, very difficult in real estate. When you have to create the attractions to draw the market, it adds many years to the timeline. The market was here already. So we just wanted to improve on the assets and bring our skill set to kind of tie it together. So that's the short answer.
So it's not just a golf course. You're building 1,300 resort-style homes in this community as well. And then you're also lifting up the community outside of this. I mean, you've bought shopping centers and gas stations and hotels and all sorts of things. What's that grand vision look like?
So circular dollar, right?
Where an economy.
When you have that built-in audience, you want to be able to improve on all of the different areas that we knew folks would look for in its next iteration. So the retail, the motels, all of these different assets support, in the global sense, what we're building foundationally. So it was important that we spread it around, and we've got a lot of experience in all of the different asset types. So we felt like we could bring value. It's not, again, just transactional. It's what talents can we bring to help lift up these different asset classes. So it's been a lot of work, but a lot of fun.
So it's a big vision.
It is.
You've got support from the state level, the county level, the city level, all of the, I guess, legislative, political leaders they named Turtleback Mountain Golf and Resort Day. They did dedicated proclamations. So you're really making a lot of difference here, creating jobs.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond just jobs, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's about empowerment and hope and giving people a pathway. Again, I mentioned earlier that the people were, if you really distill it down, you need that support. The people were probably the #1 reason, and coming from high legislative risk, #1 on the SWOT analysis every year, where it's a cycle, but the cycle has really gone beyond what we were comfortable with. You need that support, and when you have that support, it's easy to pull people together through leadership and empowerment and give people pathways that didn't exist prior to us being here. So it's a feel-good thing. You know, you get to a certain stage in your career, at least for David and I, you want to do things beyond brick and mortar. You want to do things beyond transactions. You want to have an impact, and this is a great place to do it.
David being your business partner.
Yeah.
And here, it isn't like you're just some guy who came in and said, hey, I'm going to build a country club.
No.
You've got 35 years of experience in real estate, starting with residential, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, walk me through that story a little bit.
Got into the business young. I've been around the business my whole life. Started out selling homes as an agent, and I've gone through the process from agent to broker and loan officer and expediter and home improvement contractor. Wanted to learn all of the things that can create barriers in a deal, because at our core, we're problem solvers. And when you kind of climb the ladder and transitioned into commercial, small offices, small leasing, shopping centers, hotels, you kind of keep climbing that ladder. It provides invaluable experience when you're a deal maker and you're trying to solve the problem of a buyer and seller. You really learn all the pitfalls. So over 30 years, we stepped into small investments, then bigger investments, and bigger than, it built. But being an agent gave me the foundation. It opens every door, literally every door. If you're willing to learn and not look at each transaction as just a transaction, it's the greatest business in the world, honestly.
You love it.
Real estate sales, it opens up literally every door. We've bought multiple businesses, many different asset classes, and all of it originated with being an agent.
It's been a long haul. You've done 1,500 transactions or more.
Yeah.
Over $1 billion in sales. And you learn a lot along the way.
Yeah.
A real lot. You learn not only about yourself, not only about business, you learn about yourself and about how you interact with others, and how others interact with you. Because I would imagine that changes as you grow.
Oh, sure. Yeah. A very wise man uses this expression: there's no replacement for days on the earth. And there is no replacement for that. And as you grow, things that you see at one point in your career that feel crystal clear to you in the moment, legitimately you feel like you've got it. Fast forward 5 or 10 years and you realize, oh, I didn't have it. I didn't get it. And you grow, and with growth comes lots of great things in work and in home.
What's the next step for Pre-Real Investments in New Mexico?
So we want to take, we've made some significant investments here. We've put together an all-star team, and we just want to supercharge and build on the momentum that candidly was here already.
Yeah.
And we're not looking to change, we're looking to augment, right? We're looking to just make these little micro adjustments as we go along, and this is it. After this is a long project between all of the assets. This is a 5 to 10 year horizon. So, I'm taking it day by day right now, and there's no plan for tomorrow outside of what I have in front of me now. Part of the things you learn.
Right.
You get a little bit more experience.
So you started a podcast a while back.
Yeah.
And it was really all about pre-real real estate brokerage in Staten Island.
It was about the brokerage, and it was about investments. At that point, I was doing really complex, big deals and learning some of the ins and the outs, and seeing some of the ins and the outs that others weren't seeing. So I was trying to convey some of that messaging in the podcast, and it just kind of took off. Something I thought I wouldn't enjoy, because I'm not about talking about me.
Yeah.
I don't really like to be in front of the camera. But when you put me in my environment, I just go. Like when we're talking about deals and we're talking about empowerment and we're talking about people, it just feels natural, and I can just rip it and rip it. And it just became me and a counterpart or counterparts having a conversation.
So you can share your thoughts and learnings and things on your podcast. Mm-hmm. You bring in other specialists from real estate or other industries that talk about business. All right, well, James Prendamano of Pre-Real Investments and all the other companies. Turtleback Mountain Golf and Resort, this beautiful background. I think the waterfall might be behind me. And
it is.
The pond and the mountains and what do they call New Mexico? The
Enchanted.
Enchanted. It is indeed here.
Indeed.
Thanks so much for spending time with me.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, man.